Hello everybody, how are you doing? I hope you are doing well, so welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my new videos. And welcome to the second episode of Python from zero to hero. So today we're gonna install Python and we're gonna install an IDE called Pycharm, and I'm gonna explain in a minute what's an IDE and why we use it. So open your browser, search here for Python, and in the next tab search for Pycharm. Okay, so we have Python and Pycharm. So go to www.python.org and wait a little bit for it, and then go to downloads and click download Python 3.11.3. and if you have another operating system, you can have you can select another options like Linux, Unix, macOS, or others. So click download and it's gonna start downloading, as you can see here, and you just click it here, one click. And since I have Python in my computer, I'm gonna uninstall it and install it again for you so that you're gonna understand the installation process. And now I'm gonna install Python. Make sure to select add Python to path and then install, and wait a little bit for it, and then go to Pycharm and select enter on www.jetbrain.com/Pycharm, and then go to download. And here there is the paid version, the professional version, and the community version, and you are free to use whatever you want. So I'm gonna select the free version and wait a little bit for it, and it's gonna start in a minute. So here it started and it's 400 megabytes. It's quite big, but that's okay. And I'm gonna install Pycharm. Double click here is Pycharm, click next, and then select the destination folder and next, and create desktop shortcut. Okay, create associations, add, this is also a very useful, add open folder as projects. Okay, next, then next, install, and wait a little bit for it, and it's gonna be installed in a minute. In the time of waiting, we're gonna search Python here, Python, and you will have some stuff going on here. We have the idle, we have Python 3.11, we have Python manuals, and we have Python module docs. So what we need here, this thing says that you have Python in your computer. We need the idle. The idle is a place to write code, to write whatever you want in the Python language, and then it's gonna like run that code for you. But it's an interactive environment, which means that you can write only one line of code at once, and you can't write a script of code of multiple lines. So if we write, for example, print hello everyone, and click enter, and here is the output, which means that hello everyone is printed on the screen. If we have a mathematical process, then we can assign a variable, for example, and then print this variable. So you can do some stuff actually here, but it's not the best way to be a Python developer. If you are a beginner, this may be good for you, but if you want to write a lot of if and else statements, a lot of things, that won't be good for you. So run Pycharm. Pycharm is done installing, and finish. And I'm gonna wait for Pycharm. It's gonna take some time, and yeah. So do not import settings. Okay, do not import settings. This is new version, which is 2023 version. We have a new project, and we have the open, which means that we're gonna open an existing project or file. So let's click on the new project, and here a Python project, and you can check this, create a main.py welcome script, and this will create a piece of code for you. You will not understand this piece of code right now, but let's just check this, and then we're gonna delete whatever Pycharm gives us. And then we have here the direction of the project, which is in the users, Lenovo, Pycharm projects, and Python projects. That's all. Just click and create. You can change the name of the project if you want, and wait a minute for it. So here is the main.py, and it's like a piece of code or a script, 16 lines of code. And if you don't understand Python, you will not understand this, and so just delete it. There is no need to understand this right now. We're gonna like learn from the very beginning. We're gonna explain everything to make you familiar with Pycharm so that you will use it easily in the next episodes. So let's write a piece of code or a line of code. Okay, print hello. So as you can see, you may not like the font of the code or the size of the font, the size of the text. So you can change everything here. Go to File and then Settings, and you will be on the settings of the IDE. Here is the appearance. We have the color theme dark. We can choose Dracula, which is not very dark. We can choose light. We can choose IntelliJ light. High contrast, wait a minute, high contrast. What we have here is the fonts. I would like to use another font, use custom fonts, and then JetBrains Mono. And the size, this will not change the size of code, will change the size of the appearance here. For example, let's make it 16, and then click apply, and you can see that everything got bigger. And then let's go to the editor and go to font to change the font and the size of the code. So let's make the size of the code. So you see here it's very small. Let's make it 18. So it got bigger but not very big. Let's make it 13. This is the space between the lines. Let's make it 1.5, and the font is JetBrains Mono. So apply and okay. So here the code is very big and very beautiful. I like it, and I think that you can see it, right? So this is the project folder. You can just minimize this here and work just with the code. And if you have an error, for example, if we write something unbelievable, we will have an error. It's gonna be underlined with the red, and it's gonna have here some stuff going on, just saying unresolved reference, GG, and end of statement expected. That's it. Just delete this stuff here. And then here we run this code. We have this code. Here we run the main.py, and here we debug the main.py. And if you have a lot of files in this project, you can just select the file you want to run. So just click run. And as I said, this print hello on the screen. And at the end here, so this is the path, and this is the output, and this is how the process finished. It says process finished with exit code 0, which means there was no error. If the process finishes with exit code 0, that means that there is no errors. If we create some errors here and attempt to run, it says process finished with exit code 1, which means there was an error. And here it's in red after the path. We have syntax error, invalid syntax, and we have print hello GG. Here is the error. It's gonna say in which line is the error. It says here in line 1. If you have 1,000 line of code, it's gonna tell you, for example, it is in line 15, in line 50. It depends. So the error here is in line 1. Let's run again, and you can see that the output is white and everything is white. And you can also change this. Just go here and go to files and settings. So go to editor, go to color scheme, and then go to console colors. Yeah. So in console colors, just click whatever you want to change. Let's change this one here. It's in white. Let's make it, for example, green, like this, and say apply and say okay. And the output here changed to green. You can also change this stuff here. Go to file, the same destination, file settings, and then console editor color scheme, console colors. You can change this. So let's make it blue, dark blue, like this. Let me just scroll. And this is for the errors, I believe. So let's make the errors extra red. Okay, so apply and okay. And here you see that this is dark blue and this is dark blue. Let's attempt to create an error. So the error is very, very red. So that's to get familiar with Python. Not with Python, I'm sorry, with Pycharm environment. And this environment, you know that it helps you, right? If you just write in a notepad, you're just gonna write a print and then one parenthesis and one quote and your text, another quote and another parenthesis. But this Pycharm or any other IDE will help you just write a print, and it's gonna give you some suggestions, some options. Just to click print here, and it's gonna give you a set of parentheses, and then if you click on the quotes only ones, it's gonna give you a set of quotes or couple of quotes, and just click whatever you want. If you create a variable here, I'm gonna just discuss creating variables in the next episodes. If you create a variable, for example, this variable has a long name, right? What you want here, for example, you want to print your variable. You just don't need to write this x g g g g g. You just write x, a big X, and it's gonna say, do you want this variable? And you say, yes, I want this variable. Click it and click enter, and it's gonna print this variable. If we run our code here, the variable is 5 and it's printed on our screen. You say the variable value is 5. So I hope this video was useful. If it was useful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And if you have any other questions, please comment them down below in the comments section.